Alright, so I made this sign today. And this is what I'm going to put in the swag. Alright, so I picked out, this is actually, I actually have another one. Maybe we should, hold on, let me look at the other one. Okay, so this one has green and blue. I think this is the one we're going to use. Okay, this is the swag. It's huge. It's like a 36-inch swag. And then I picked out these ribbons. So this has lemons in it. So I grabbed the Sam's lemon. And then I have the blue, a yellow, and a green. And then we've got the blue and green in our mesh. What'd you miss? You haven't missed anything yet. We just are getting ready to get started. All right. Now, let me show you what I have for stuff we're putting in it. Alright, so I have several of these. Alright, I have this one. So this one has kind of a blue-green color. This is more of a blue color. It even has a little butterfly in it. So I have two of those. Then we have some greenery. This is a maidenhair bush. This is our favorite. This is my favorite. This is the one from Sims. Although, it doesn't have a number on it. Huh. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? This one is from Michael's. It just says spring. Oh. Blueberry. That's blueberry bush. That's what it's called. Okay. I have some more of the greenery down there too. All right. So we're going to use the mesh to start filling in some of this because you can see it's huge, right? So it would be a fortune to do this whole thing and not have something filler in it. So that's what we'll use our mesh for. Okay. Now, of course, you could do this on a smaller scale. I'm just doing this because this is the one I have. I know, isn't this mesh pretty? I got the mesh from Craft Outlet. North Carolina Pottery. I think I got it from Craft Outlet. But isn't that going to look really pretty with that sign? Okay. Alright, so we're going to do 20-inch pieces. Alrighty. I know, it's pretty, isn't it? Hey, Emily. Oh, Emily, we got so sick when we came back from our trip. Oh. How are you and Megan doing? Buttered up my family earlier because I'm going to Sims. So I made them their like favorite thing. We had, have y'all ever had manwiches? People love them. So we had manwiches and baked beans and french fries. They love that. So, put them in a good mood since I'm going to be going out of town. Alrighty. Yeah, I know. It's not good. Well, my sister-in-law was sick. She has like some lung problems. So I kind of just thought that's what it was. Like she was just having, you know, issues with her lungs. But nope, she was sick. She just didn't realize that's what it was. All right. I probably won't use that piece. Okay. So now we'll take these. I probably need to put some more glue sticks in. Yep. All right. Okay. So we'll take this, start to spread it out. Now this one is crazy long and big. And one thing you can do is open it up, right? Because you don't have to use this entire length. You can trim these off. You can also trim off the bottom if you don't want to have one that's quite as big. Sometimes it can be hard to find the smaller ones, or maybe you need one and you need one a little bit bigger, but you don't want 36 inches. If you're going to make these smaller, you always want to cut it off at the end because you want to keep that teardrop shape. And it's easy to trim stuff to keep that shape. So don't be afraid to cut this stuff. And don't be afraid to use pieces of another swag or a garland to add more pieces in it to make it larger. You can do that as well. This just happens to be what I have on hand. So, I have smaller ones at the storage unit, but I didn't go get them. Hey, Mama, you watching? She's watching to see if it's going to be hers. Although she doesn't generally like swags. Sometimes she does, though. Okay, these are monsters to fluff out. They are really pretty, though. I think I got this. Somebody was having like a clearance sale or something and they had these and I got one or two. And it wasn't very much. I think I might have paid like $10 for it. Okay. It's pretty though, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I've had it. It was $18.95, and I think I got it for like $10. So, not bad. That's the great thing. Sometimes when Christmas is over, they'll have a lot of stuff left, and they'll put things on crazy sales. And you just go stock up, because you don't know when you'll use it. Okay. There. All right. You know what's funny to me is they add this little piece at the bottom so they can say it's 40 inches or whatever. Because, yeah, it's not. Just because you add a little piece at the end. That cracks me up. Okay. All right. So we'll start at the top. I'm just going to do like a messy woodland ruffle. I'm going to take a piece and just tie it in like that. Oh, look, you can't even see it. Look there. Okay. I just use a piece and tie it in. I'm kind of tying it down towards the center. Okay. Sometimes I tie these in towards the end, but I want to tie this in on the center because I kind of want to fill in some of the bulk. Do you like my new apron? I'm so excited it has my name on it. My hard-working mom one was just worn out. It was just worn out. I'd have it for, I don't know, a lot of years. I still have it somewhere. I don't know where it is. But it was worn out anyway, so it was time for a new one. Okay. It's so long, it's hitting things on the other side of my table. Oh, Bella's getting her spot. Getting your spot, little girl. So this mesh here also looks really pretty with peacock. Anything peacock, which we're going to be doing a peacock one soon. But I'm looking for one little thing that I want to have before we make it. It is better, yes. Did you see me adjust it at all? I don't think I had to. I don't remember adjusting it. Did you see me adjust it? It did stay in place. Thank the Lord. That other one was driving me insane. I don't like it when I have to keep... See, it actually goes all the way across, so... You're already thinking about... Of course you are. Christmas and Halloween. I can't say I blame you. There we go. Put a little bit in the center. See, we're starting to get down towards the bottom. So we can put a little bit in the center. Helps fill it in. Brings in some of the color. Color's pretty. I need to turn that off. That's distracting me. The YouTube channel's just going and going. No, I don't think I did. I didn't feel like I had to. That's wonderful, isn't it? Oh, that was driving me nuts. I had a few shirts I was constantly having to pull down. I had to get rid of those because I was like, okay, I can't do that. It makes me crazy. Alrighty. Okay. See how it starts to kind of fill in and starts bringing in some color. I could have gone with a darker blue, but I didn't want to because I really wanted to brighten this up. So you can see, right, these colors are springy and bright. So I want to brighten up this base. And the easiest way to do that is to start with the mesh. Yeah, I like longer shirts too. But see, I think what was happening is that Hardworking Mom apron, like it would pull on the shirts, and then I was constantly having to pull them down because I could feel it pulling up in the back. And so that was kind of making me crazy. Hey Z, did they pick a sign? I couldn't really tell. All right, I'll put one kind of towards the end here. One kind of towards the end over here. And then I'll do a second one on both sides. That'll be all the mesh. Okay. So, one like in here. There. A little bit out towards the end. Oh, I got one of those. Did y'all see the giant eggs they had at the Dollar Tree? Look. Look. This would make a really cute thing in a wreath. These two pieces and make them into the honeycomb. You know, for the bees. I think that's what I'm going to do with it. So, mine had a whole bunch of them. Okay. It's so long it keeps hitting everything over there. It's funny. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I think what we'll do is take this, put it over here. Okay, not there. All right, now I can kind of put it on the table here. There we go. All right, I know I want the sign about right in here. Okay, and I want to put a bow like in here. So let's get that bow going here. See how well that matches? I like that. I wanted something a little different. did too. They picked the first one. Okay. Let's see. I don't want the tails to be real long. Okay, about like that. So about 12 inches. We're going to make it a little bit longer, so 7 inches, because this is a very big swag. Okay. Drop that on the floor. Hello, Belly. What is it? Okay. Hey, Susan. Hey, Susan, do we have a theme? Or are we going to pick that when we get there? I was going to bring a stand or two. Okay, I'm going to put blue in. There. Okay, and then I want to go back in with this. I'm going to make this tail a little bit shorter, maybe about 10 inches. This is going to be smaller, so about 6 inches. Okay. Okay. There. All right, that's good. Bring some zip ties out. Okay. I gotta restock. Okay. All right, so there's our indention. Okay. Pull it around. Okay. Make sure everything looks right. Yep. Okay, I'm going to put a second zip tie in here. All right, swap this out. Yeah, it's North Carolina. It's Graham, North Carolina. Which we're staying in. What's the name of the city we stay in? Why did I always... Mebane. Mebane. Maybe because it's odd. I don't know. Okay. Alright, so now... I want to put this in here, and I want to kind of sink it in. Okay. So I've come down a couple of inches. I'm not going to tie it so tight that it's completely sunken. So I'll kind of do a little and then stop and pull on it to see where it is. There we go. I'm probably going to cut these tails off more. I do want it to drape over a little, but not too much. There we go. That's good. Okay. So it's not completely tightened, but it's in there pretty good. So see, I cut about that much off. All right. All right. We will add more tails, but we're not going to add another bow. This is going to be the only bow, and this bow is going to be incorporated in. Okay. All right. So the sign goes about right here. So one of the reasons that you put the mesh in the middle is to pop that sign up. Sometimes I put signs on swags and sometimes I don't. But I just really like this, so I wanted to add it. Okay. I don't know where my silver one wire is. I'll have to look for it later. It's just, we all kind of do a design at the same time with whatever tools we have on hand and whatever we picked out that day, kind of thing. I know last time we had I don't even remember what the theme was. Was it just Christmas or something? You're so funny. Alright, so I'm just going to take the wire, go right down, and I want to tie it around the base. Okay. And then I'll just tuck that wire right back up in it. Little Bella. You sleeping? Okay, and then I'll push the wire right back in. Okay. There we go. See how that mesh kind of helps keep that up? Okay, now, the fun part. The fun part. Okay, so I did move the sign down a little so that our ribbons won't hit it. Okay, that one's already done. Okay, there we go. Because I don't want anything to cover it. Plus, I'll have a little bit of room to put some florals kind of on the sides and on the top. Okay, so we're going to start with our greenery. This is that one that Sibs has that I love. I love this one. This is one of my very favorite things they have. You can push it up or you can spread it out. So it depends on, you know, what you're going for as to how you want it to be. And I'm going to put things going down, kind of in this direction. So I'll start up here at the top. I'm going to trim a little bit here. I don't want them to be too far outside the line I have in my mind. So I usually do trim some. Sometimes I keep this, sometimes I don't. Okay. Okay. I'm just kind of leaving them spread out. Because what I want to do is start to fill in some of this area. Okay. See, and we're establishing our line. I think I might have some more of these in here. Hopefully I do. I still have some stuff I haven't pulled out of the, or haven't organized from the storage unit. Oh my word, it's such a mess over there. It's better than it was because I went and worked on it, but certainly not where I would like it to be. Okay, hold on. This is too long. Let's get caught up. Pull this up a little. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got a second one. Okay, we'll put this one on the other side. So it doesn't have to be in the same spot, right? It just needs to be on the other side, coming out about the same amount. Okay. It's just that balancing act. If you have it on one side, put it on the other side. It doesn't have to be in the same spot. Here. There we go. Cut some of this one off. There. This one. There we go. See how that both sides have it? Okay, then we'll start our maidenhair one. Oh, I do have another one. So we'll save this one because we're going to kind of put it down the middle and wherever we see we need it. Now these maidenhair came from Carolina Pottery. These are MTF 19977 maidenhair. They have a rewards program now, so you know you get like points, and then you can like redeem the points. So it's awesome. Okay, so I kind of want to put these in between where I had the other ones to kind of fill in and up a little bit. Okay. I really like this one. This is pretty. So it's going to start to fill in between. Last time I was over there, they just didn't have a whole lot out yet. So I just went for my tried and trues. Michael's had a whole lot more than Carolina Pottery did. Okay. Oop. There we go. All right, so let's do the other side. Same exact thing. So in between these, no, it was Carolina Pottery now has points. So like you have, every time you go in and spend, if you put your number in, then it gives you points, and once you get so many points, you get like, you know, $5 off or whatever. Kind of similar to Craft Outlet. Yeah, how you get the points, and then it says, do you want to use your points? Which I'm always like, yes, yes. No, but I did notice one thing about Sims. So they now have this thing where if you buy something and they don't have it or whatever, they put a credit on your account. So I did notice that. That was different. So that was interesting. I just saw that. The last time I ordered, I noticed that. I was thinking, what is that? That's what it is. They had sent me like one less roll or something, and so they just put a credit on my account. So then when I went and ordered, the credit came off and I just used it. Which is good and bad. Because if you really wanted your money back, that would kind of be not good. Okay. I want to save this one for the inside. I think I want to put it right there. Put it right in here. There we go. Okay, and I want to put some of this inside. So we're going to end up using 3 of these. I think these came from Carolina Pottery and not Sims. They're a little bit longer, I think, than the ones I have from Sims. It's the same bush, though. Okay. I think I need one more of this bush on this side here. There we go. Now we'll start putting some of these in the middle. Okay. Start to kind of fill it in. Put some up in here. And you definitely want it coming out and standing out. You want to get that volume coming out. Let's put this one down in here. Okay. I only have 2 left. Let's kind of cut these a little bit up. There, okay, and then this one, I think we'll put up here at the top, above the bow, right in there. Okay, I think I'm going to make myself something like Susan did and put it on the wall. And then if I have to hang it to show y'all something, I'll be able to do it. All right, so this came from Carolina Pottery. Oh, look, I have one left. We'll save it for now. Okay, this is 30356BL. Let's see, what is this called? Baby's Breath Filler Bush. Woo! Okay. Now this you can push up or spread out. So I think I'll do it about like that. I don't want it to be too long. So I'm thinking that's about 10 inches. I'm going to kind of start towards the inside. Okay. You can see it has two different, it has these little astables in it. Pull that up a little. Okay. There. I want to put some down the sides too. So I have two of these, I think, don't I? No, I have one of these. All right, so let me start putting some of these in. Okay. So let's kind of divide them. So let's see. This side, this side. Ribbons. Okay. That way I can kind of make sure I at least get kind of a similar amount on both sides. So I don't have too much on one side or the other. I don't know which one dropped this. I'll just put it on this one. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to kind of put it in above the greenery a little. Like kind of in towards the inside. There. Let's just trim it off. I'll put this one down towards the bottom. Yeah, she did ask me to get her one of everything. I told her I could get her one of everything. I was on a budget. I'm on a space budget for sure. I have to be careful with my space now. Well, I mean, I do have the storage unit, but I don't want to have to go over there constantly. Okay, there. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, then we'll put this one right at the bottom. Down in here. There we go. All right, now let's do the other side. Okay. Oh, this is going to be pretty. Okay, so one thing you should notice is I'm not putting a lot of green or yellow or white in here because I really want to pull out the blue that's in there, and that's what I'm concentrating on. I'm concentrating on pulling out the blue that's in that sign, so I'm kind of focusing on the blue. That is a small piece of it, but that doesn't make any difference. You can still do that. And then it kind of makes it stand out a little more if you tend to focus on the smaller pieces on it. have this left over. I'm just gonna put it in down here. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, we have these two. Now this will bring in some of the yellow. This one came from Michael's. What's the number on this? 733293. Gosh, there's a really long number on that. This is a blue heather mixed with butterfly. Come off of there. Okay. Here we go. Blue heather with butterfly. It is really pretty. I'm going to put some in here in the center. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. There we go. So I'm putting it in with longer stems so I can make sure it's coming out. Because what you don't want is for it to tuck down in there. You really want, the more things kind of come out and stand out, the better they look. There. It gives it a lot more depth if you do that. Put some in right in here. Kind of. Yeah. What that is. Oh, that's glue. Old glue on the flower. Okay. Put some in here. Yeah. Okay. There. These have the perfect colors. I don't want that to be quite as tall. Let's cut that down just a little. There we go. Okay. What happened? Okie dokie. Alright, let's put one in there. Okay. Let's put another one in there. That. Ooh, that's so pretty. couple of pieces of cut. There we go. Ooh. All right. I want to bring a little color down to the bottom. Put some of this down at the bottom. Okay. Put it kind of here in the bottom. There. Whoops. It's sticking to me. Okay. Let's bring a little yellow down here. Okay. So I'll definitely put things on the side of the sign so that there's width on the sides. Okay. This is the one that has the little butterfly. Let's put the little butterfly in here. There we go. All right, let me grab that yellow. Yellow. Oh, I did have another one. Okay. I don't know if I'll need it, but I did have another one. I thought I did. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of yellow. Okay. And then I was trying to decide if I wanted to put, I don't think I want to put that one down. No, I definitely don't want to put that in. But I think we are going to put some of that in. Okay. I think that's all of it, right? Yeah, that's that same bush. Yeah, same bush. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't want to put that white in. It's just ribbon. Just ignore it. These are actually from Christmas, but I've been holding on to them. You know, they have all that stuff for, it's like peacock stuff. And I always grab a bunch of that because I can use it all year. Just to kind of add in a little glitter. Gotta have a little glitter. Right? Just a little. Oh. There's one of the flowers I missed too. Okay, in there. All right. And as Z will say, oh, it's balls. That's all she'll see. See, I like the darker and the lighter. Okay. It'll help bring some brighter colors in. Okay. Night, baby. I think they already have their characters picked. You're going to be in trouble. They have their characters picked.
Are you live?
Yeah. Okay. He's like, why are you talking to me? You're live. So we're going to start playing this. What is the name of that game, honey?
Axe.
Axe? Like a chopping axe? Or axe like Act 1, Act 2?
A-C-K-S, but it's pronounced like A-X-E.
Axe, okay. It's kind of similar to D&D, I guess, which I've never played. But hey, if it means I get to spend time with my family, I'll play it. So that's what we're going to be doing next. So you have to, I don't know, roll dice and pick out your characters and stuff. Yeah, you just see blue balls. Of course you do. What it's going to do is bring out some of those colors. All right, then we're going to cut this yellow up. I think maybe we'll do one in the bow. Down in there. There we go. And then we'll put this, kind of break up a little bit of this blue in here. There. See that, how pretty that yellow pops when you put it with all of the blue? Oh, that's pretty. Okay. All right. Let me get this side over here so I can see. Some yellow in here. There. Okay. Put a little bit down in here. And we'll put some right up in there. Okay. Did I get that? I didn't think so. I think I was hitting the mesh. There we go. Okay, now I got it. All right, so we're going to break all these up. And they're not going to like stand out. They're just going to like add a little bit. Yep, we are. Cher Bear and I will be there, and I think Rachel's coming up to stay with us. So she'll be there. And Dawn and Susan. Did LaDonna say she was coming? Okay. Put some in here. There we go. I really like this, like the darker blue. Because, of course, both these shades are in here. But the darker blue kind of stands out a little better. So. figure out what I could glue to in here. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. It was hiding. Now, if you had lemons, you could put that in here. I don't know what I did with my lemons. They're somewhere. But when Cece told me she was getting her internet, I thought, ooh, I'll trade with her because I'll be gone Thursday. And I didn't want to miss another week. So we just traded out. And that worked out perfect. There we go. Okay. See how this does a great job of just bringing in a little bit of color. Okay, there it is. Okay. So when you put it in, make sure you're moving it around to make sure you're hitting something with. This one's kind of sad. It's just, oh, here, let's use this one. Okay. I'm going to put this one down in here. There we go. Okay. I would rather deal with glue strings than get burnt, right? Because that's horrible. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see the other side. Need something in there. And so sometimes after I'm done, I will find a place to hang it up and look at it. And then I may add a couple things or move a couple things, because when you're done, you're gonna find holes, and that's totally normal. There's always going to be a hole somewhere. Okay, now, before I add the other little thing I have down here, I want to add in a little bit of ribbon. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take see, we did this in yellow. Okay. Throw that down there. All right. I want to do let's see if a 20-inch piece will do it. Now I cut it long because I'm putting it way down in there. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely too long. All right, let's see. Alrighty. So I'm thinking maybe 14 or 15 inches. cut these. All right, now. Okay. Okay. Alright. Then I'll take smaller pieces. Say like maybe 10 inches. Tie it in. Okay, just like that. Alright, so let's do like 10-inch pieces. One. There we go, let's try that. Okay. Okay. You can either tie it in with the little pieces, or you can tie it in with a little bit of pipe cleaner. Whatever you find easier. Okay. Oh, I just knocked the ribbon over. I was like, what just fell on my foot? Ribbon. A ribbon fell on my foot. Okay. It's okay, Betty. Okay. No biggie. We can pick that up. These I want to kind of put like in between a little, underneath the flowers. Okay. Oh, short one at the bottom. Okay. Alright, let's do the other side. This is a monster. Yeah, I won't miss the pews too much, but those metal folding chairs. Oh, I gotta remember to go get my cushion. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you said something about that. I would have totally forgotten my cushion. You gotta have a cushion. Those chairs are the pits. And take something to drink, because they may or may not have something to drink. Wait, there's one. Where's the blue one? There it is. Okay. It's like I know I cut it. Okay. That's the other thing. Definitely want to have something to drink, because you're going to get thirsty walking around and sitting there listening and stuff. Alright, let's get one more short one. Okay. Okay. Alright, now I know Z's got to be having a straight out heart attack today. Okay. Alright. So we're going to take these. Okay, so these will break into multiple parts here. These are more of a turquoisey color, so these are going to really look pretty. Oops. And we're going to cut up this one, and we're going to kind of fill in where those ribbons are. So we're going to make those ribbons look like part of, like we do with the bow, similar to that. Okay. So I'm pushing these up and cutting them short. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then these will be the last things we put on. Okay, so we're going to kind of put things like right over where the ribbons are, so that they kind of look like they are just kind of inside the design. So I like to hold a couple of things back so that when I put the ribbons in, then I can add a few things on top of them. That kind of helps to kind of incorporate it as part of the design. So it doesn't look like it's just ribbon added. That. There we go. I love to have the colors of the ribbon popping out, but I want them to be more like something you see right through the greenery and not like on top of the greenery. So that's why I do that. It'll look more natural and just look like a better, like it's actually a piece of it, part of it, if it's kind of, you know, underneath, like peeking out like that. Okay. So that's what these are going to do for us. All right. So I'll try to break it into as many pieces as possible so I can spread them out. See, and we have glitter in here, but it's not so much that it's going to take over. And this is a really large piece. So with a really large piece, it's easy to throw in a little bit of glitter and it not like take over. Okay. So if I had lemons, I would put them kind of like in here, in there. If I find my lemons, I may come back and do that. Okay. Like this, there. Oh, that's turned upside down. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Slip it. Okay. Now, let's do this side. You see how it just kind of makes the ribbon look like it's peeking through and not like standing out on top? That's how I want it to look. Then it doesn't look like I just kind of stuck it in there. It looks like it's, you know, just part of the design. So, there we go. Are you in heaven yet, Z? I told you the next thing would have your favorite things in it. I bet you didn't even believe me. All right, I'm gonna put this up here. I wonder if I had some greenery to put it there. I didn't drop a piece somewhere, did I? I don't think so. Oh, I forgot to add this. Huh. Okay. I knew I was forgetting something. That's what happens when I put it behind me. I lied. That wasn't the last thing. It's a big swag, so I knew I was going to be putting a lot in it. Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll put this in there. In here. There we go. I want to put a little bit of this in the bow, too. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll use this to fill in spaces that look like they need something. This one needs to go right in here. There we go. Let's put one of these right in here. There we go. Let's see if I can reach that. There we go. Okay. All right, so the areas that I see we need something, certainly here. Kind of fill in some of this area. Move it in here. I can also trim off some of this so it doesn't look like there's a whole bunch of evergreen without something in it. Okay. I see a little bit right in here. It doesn't really have much color. Add that in. This is pretty. It's almost like a purpley blue. There. I really like this one. This is really pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Let's put some on the other side. Oh yeah. This is going to go up here. this is. It just says blueberry. Oh no, it's pretty. Let's see. It's 732342. 732342. Definitely need something in there. I need something in here. Let's see where I can put this. Maybe right in there. That's good. It keeps hitting my lights over there. Okay, in here. All right, we definitely need something in here. All right, and then this last one we can put down in here. And I think that is going to be it. All right. Let's pull the camera up and see what we got. That's everything, right? Oh, I do have this little thing I can stick in. Let's put that in here. All right, here we go. Okay, there we are. What do we think? Ooh, that's pretty. You see the sign? So it would be really cool to put lemons or birds in it. See, you can see we've got our line, right? So when I hang it up, all I'm going to do is look for places where my line is broken and places where I'm missing color or I have too much of this greenery here, and then I'll either trim it or, and I tend to like to take two of these big pieces and make the tie with it. And since this has this thing, I'll kind of attach it to that, because you can't really tie it from that thing, but you can attach the tie to it. See, and then there's my tie. So, all right, that was fun. That was fun. Woo, that thing's heavy. It is huge. I know, it's huge. It is. Awesome. That was fun, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to try to do something else this week. It may be when I come back from Sims. So, because I still need to make up from last week. Thank you. All right, y'all. Hey, put in the group if you're going to go to Sims, because we can meet up for lunches and dinners and stuff. We generally try to do that. So, yep. All right. Thank you. You too. Oh, yay. Sorry. Casey sent me a message and I was just reading it. All right, y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.